with her school. And senior year, you know, she's done some of the little things, San Francisco and Utah. I wanted her to go to Costa Rica. I just wanted her to have that experience. And she wanted to stay in town. And I thought it was because of the boyfriend. So I was really upset with her. And we got a huge argument that morning that Mary was talking. The second I got off that call, I ran upstairs and I said, honey, I want you to make that decision for you. Because whatever decision it is that you make will be the right one for you. And that was huge for me, because look at how many years Mary's wasted living her life for someone else. And I had that opportunity to give that to my girls. And I have a great relationship. They respect me more than anyone in the world. And that's huge to me. If I accomplish nothing else in this lifetime, that's huge to me. So my journey with Michael in the last year has been about promoting me, because the last 20 years I've poured my heart and soul into my kids. And now it's about me. And it's been hard. I don't know any of you who've done it, but it's difficult when your kids start leaving. I've got 2 gone now, and 1 at home, and just holding on to her. But it's time to promote me, and it's been exciting, because some of the littlest things, like putting my picture on my business card. You know, I thought people, you know, were just really hoity-toity, and, you know, I just never did that. So now I've done it. I'm really excited about doing that. It's just, I just thought there was an ignorant, I don't know what it was, but Toastmasters, I had reasons for the last 26 years not to join Toastmasters, whatever. I ran out of reasons last March, so I am in Toastmasters, been there for 6 months, and I'm doing first-time homebuyer workshops, which I always thought somebody else could do better. Nobody can do them better. I can do them just as good, if not better, than anybody else out there. So I'm doing those. And Michael shared the fear-busting thing we did on the phone, which, can I share a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. I had this fear from 6th grade. I was very much an introvert and very shy, and somehow I ended up in drama class. I think a teacher just put me there. And I was scared to death, and they instantly identified that I was not drama qualified. So they gave me a very small part of 4 words, and it was, hark, who goes there? Right? Why could I not say that? So all the way home I'd yell, hark, who goes there? Hark, who goes there? All the way home I'd walk home. And I'd get on stage the next day, and I couldn't say it. I couldn't open my mouth. And I just cried, and it was just so humiliating, and I've carried that all these years until what Michael did on our call, and it was amazing, because he had me visualize on the big screen, there I am, 6th grade, yelling, hark, who goes there, hark, who goes there, hark, who goes there, and then he's like, okay, now you're in the front row, and you're seeing yourself, and you're yelling, hark, who goes there, hark, who goes there, and it couldn't have been more than 5 or 6 minutes, Michael. And he went as fast, and I can't remember all of it, but then he's like, okay, you're in the far right corner, it's dark, and you're eating popcorn or chocolate or whatever you're eating, and you see yourself in the front row, and then you see yourself up there yelling, hark, who goes there, hark, who, and he kept going, and all of a sudden he said, stop. And he said, imagine the most incredible feeling you've ever felt on the top of the mountain. And all I could think of is Whitney, 2 years ago. We got up there in less time we ever imagined. We trained so hard for it. We fell to our knees and cried. It was the most incredible experience. And I just held on to that. I was like, yeah. And he said, okay, put that in the left corner of the screen and let me know when it just completely takes over the screen. And within seconds, that's all I could see. That's all I could feel. That's all I could see was me on top of Whitney. And me on the stage as a 6th grader was gone. And it was gone. There's nothing, there's no feeling, it didn't care. On my way over here, I mean, a year ago, my heart would have been like this. I mean, you would have been able to hear it. And today, I was just so excited to get here. I couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait. So it's been, I can't believe the accomplishments and the growth in the last year. It's truly, truly, truly been amazing. So how are we on time?
You're fine, go.
You're fine. Okay. I just, going back to our game face, you know, we need it in business, we need it in life, but there's something, like, I have this love of hiking, and Chris knows, I shared that with him last weekend. There's no game face on the trail. What you see is what you get. This is who we are, we have a ball. Anyone, whoever wants to go, I'm available, I'm ready, but Deborah mentioned something about this, my last big hike in the canyon, which was the first leadership call after CSC that I didn't make. And it was truly a metaphor of the changes that have taken place in my life in the last year. And I just want to share that with you, because it was just truly amazing. We do an R3, which is a rim to rim to rim. And there's not a lot of people that can do it, so most of the time I'm doing it with guys, or just 1 or 2 people that can actually do this. And it's 23 miles across, 23 miles back, and then we add, I hike with this guy who's on search and rescue at the Grand Canyon. He doesn't think it's a true double unless you do at least 50 miles. So we add the tonneau, so it's 51 miles. And a month ago, I was doing it with a friend that he left almost an hour before me. He was supposed to be waiting at the 6 mile, ready to go, rested, fueled, watered, and I caught up with him at the 4 mile mark. So we had problems from the get-go, and I knew you train so hard. Any of you who train for anything, you train for months, and I wasn't ready to abort the hike at that point, but I had to really come up with some options. So we started across the tonneau. He just wasn't moving. So we repacked our bags. I took everything I needed, but I needed him to carry some things for the last 10 miles and get him to a certain point. So I kept saying, don't leave me for dead, because it could have been a struggle coming out. So I had to break through a fear. If anybody's hiked the canyon, the tonneau trail is very dangerous at night. It's very narrow, there's some exposure, and it's very scary. There's mountain lions out there, and it's scary enough with 1 or 2 people, let alone going at it alone. A group, no problem, but I was really fearful. So I don't know what I was thinking, but anything that negative popped in my head, it was out of there, because I could not afford anything negative to come up. So I made it across, and I kept praying, just let me get to the corridor trail, so if something does happen, they can find my roommates. I made it. I saw a bobcat on the corridor trail and realized it's not any more safe on the corridor trail than it was on the tonneau trail. So I did make it across in just over the time that I thought I would, but not knowing if George would be where he was. I finally made contact with him. I knew he was okay. But then he said, I left your food at the ranger station. Well, the rangers don't take anything. They won't help you. If they find out you're doing this and something happens, it's criminal. People die in these things, so they don't appreciate us doing this. But so I'm knocking on the ranger station saying, do you have, and he goes, you must be Mountain Mama. And I'm like, oh my God, would you like to come in for lunch? I'm making quesadillas. I'm like, I'm really on a time schedule here, and I really would just like my food. And he goes, well, tell me about this baby food that you eat. I'm like, how long was George here? What did he tell you about me, right? And I eat baby food on the way up because it's already processed, and at that level, after 40 miles, your stomach's really, you can't compete with your stomach. So I'm telling him about that, and he wants to know if I want to stay for quesadillas and lunch. I'm like, how about a rain check? Any other time, not today. So I made it back, not necessarily in goal time. Goal time was under 16 hours, but I made it back in 16:53, so I was pretty excited. Best time that I've ever done. And it's just a metaphor for really where my life's been. I broke through some fears, and it was just truly amazing. So I hope that all of you will take your game face off every now and then, because I'd really like to get to know you very well. Thank you.
That was awesome. That was great.